What's going on? We back, Motor City Sports Talk. We in a building doing what we does. Talking some Detroit Lions football. Be on the lookout tomorrow. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do the Detroit Pistons preview for the 2018-2019 season. No look now, but the Detroit Lions are only one game back from the division lead. And it's a winnable division. A lot of people didn't think the Lions would have a chance, but to be honest, the Lions is, in my opinion, consistently improving. There's no other team in NFC North that's consistently improving. It's ups and downs. You could say, well, from the Patriots to the Cowboys game, that's an up and down but for the Lions, I still see improvement where I need to see them from. I mean, Jim Bob Cooter seems to be kind of getting it. Kerryon Johnson got more touches in the Green Bay game. So they starting to understand that he's the lead back. And I'll readdress that in a minute and give you guys they thoughts on kind of their train of thoughts on Kerryon Johnson. But they've been improving. The run defense been improving from game to game, in my opinion. Might have a hiccup here and there, but it's been improving. The passing offense has been improving. Only thing we waiting on is Marvin Jones to really show up, and he's had slow starts before. I think a couple years, or last year, he had a slow start and he came off hot. But remember, in training camp, I keep telling you guys, he suffered that injury that, he never really took time off. So could still be healing from that. Like I said earlier, they got an opportunity to go out there and make trades, man. Still, they got Golden Tate. I think if they believe they can make a playoff run, even if they can make a real playoff run, then you keep Golden Tate, or you're gonna resign them, you keep them. Obviously, they got extra money to play with because they won't be bringing back Zeke Ansah, but what if Zeke Ansah do come back? He was pretty dominant in the Jets game for all the first half he played. So if he can come back and give us a little bit of something, if Kerry Hyder could get his Achilles together, we're not even at the second half. We're still in the second quarter. We're not even in the second half of the season. So it's still some hope for the Lions, man. You know what I'm saying? As far as Jamal Agnew being out, hey, that is what it is. Towards ACL, you move on, next man up. Quadre Diggs still good. I mean, I think Tracy Walker gonna get him a straight little roll coming real soon. So it's reason to be optimistic, okay? It's a lot of reasons to be optimistic. It's a lot of reasons to think the Lions can make a run. They want to know the division. They going to Miami. Don't matter if Tannehill or Brock Osweiler play. We understand they beat the Bears last week. We talk about the Bears in a minute. But that's a winnable game for the Lions going down to South Beach. But the thing about Kerryon Johnson is, the Lions said it before the draft, or when they first drafted him, They said that they will not run Kerryon Johnson into the ground due to the amount of touches he had in Auburn his last year. He had a crazy amount of touches. I think at a few games this last season in Auburn, he had over 30 carries, not including the touches out the backfield. So as far as the catches out the backfield, So they don't want to wear him down. They kind of want to keep him fresh for the entire season. But I think it's gonna come a point where the division, if the division really get tight, then they're gonna have to let him just take over and do his thing. But the Bears, I'm telling you, the Bears not that good, man. A lot of people think the Bears is an elite team, but they struggle with the Cardinals, the team that didn't have a win at the time. They lost to the Packers without Aaron Rodgers being there. They shouldn't even have no chance, and that got to do with Mitchell Trubisky. They trying to say because he threw 6 touchdowns versus the Buccaneers that's it's what it is. He's scoring touchdowns on shovel passes, and they getting creative. And the Bears have not been able to run the ball, especially with Jordan Howard. Hence, that's why he's on the trading block as well. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm not scared of them. As far as the pass rush, yeah, but it's things to nullify the pass rush. It's things to do that. And you have the running back, and you have the slot receiver and Golden Tate to overcome that. All right. But they're tough. Anytime we go to Chicago, that's a tough game. Even though we've been beating the shit out of them for the last 4 years, and they got one victory in there somewhere in Chicago. But it's always tough to go out there. Hopefully, November 11th, it ain't the coldest game. But even if it is the coldest game, the Bears can't run the ball. They don't run the ball. Tyreek Cohen's having some success this year, but running the ball, Jordan Howard has had zero success in Matt Nagy's new offense, and our receivers match up good with the corners. Just the pass rush that you worry about. Khalil Mack is just a super X factor. Without Khalil Mack, the Bears might not even have a win this year. To keep it real, Green Bay, Aaron Rodgers is upgrading his leg brace. It don't look like he's going to be healthy none this year. You know, they playing the 49ers tonight. It don't like he's going to be healthy none this year. So, I mean, their defense ain't nothing. Clinton Dix is probably already ready to quit. Saying they won't bring him back next year. So, they got some young corners. Jair Alexander, some of the young guys. Sidney Jones Sidney Jones. I forget the other one. Sidney Jones played the Eagle. The other Washington Husky. They get better, you know, but Aaron Rodgers still injured, and that is what it is. We played them the last game of the season. Always going to Lambeau was tough. Minnesota Vikings, you know. They beat the Arizona Cardinals yesterday, but it should have been by more devastating fashion. We always play them tough. We know them very, very well. This is a new coaching regime, so hopefully the players can get them a little insight on, you know, how to play Minnesota. That's a team I'm not worried about. Dalvin Cook ain't healthy. He was tearing us up last year until he tore his knee up in the game we played him. Kirk Cousins, I don't fear him. I like their receivers a lot. Thielen is a problem. Diggs obviously is a problem. But Kyle Rudolph, not worried about him. Tavius Murray, always got to worry about the running back, to be honest. And Dalvin Cook might be healthy by then. You always worry about the running back because the Lions run deep, but I think they improved that. But like I said, this division wide open, man. And to be honest, this conference is wide open. I mean, you know, who really scares you? And it kind of, not thinking about it, it probably would have made sense to keep Jim Caldwell, but you can't predict this. You can't predict that the NFL will be this wide open. There's nobody in the NFC other than the Rams that's indestructible. The Eagles, they showing the vulnerability on defense. I think Carson Wentz will get healthy. I don't know if he can get back to I think at some point he'll get back to his form he was last year in his MVP run before he tore his leg up. The Saints, they looking good, but, you know, when they go on the road outside, Drew Brees is a totally different quarterback, especially older, and he know how to arm them to make those throws out in the element. So if Drew Brees go outside, somewhere like Lambeau in December, it's going to really hinge on Mark Ingram and Alvin Kamara to win that game, you know. And there's nobody else out there that scare you. Nobody else it may be the Saints and the Rams, but that's it. AFC, I mean, Patrick Mahomes and I guess the usual suspects, Patriots, I'm not scared of them neither. The Chargers looking like a dog dark horse, a dog guard. The Steelers getting together, but with that defense, I mean, they really scare you. You know what I'm saying? The NFL is wide open. And like it or not, the Lions are improving week to week in some aspect and a lot of aspects. Gerard Davis played his best game last week. He can keep building on that, and they can get Hyder back and Ziggy back at some point to make a stretch run. This division is far from over, man. It's far from over. Nobody has took it by the horns and grasped it. So they got an opportunity, man. And if they keep improving and Jim Bob Cooter can get more creative and continue to improve his play call and defense can continue to improve, it's gonna be an interesting stretch run coming down the stretch in the season. Motor City Sports Talk. Y'all know what the business is. Your boy Goodfella. We gone.